Good morning. I'm in my 2022 T680, and I'm going to replace, T680, I forgot what truck I'm driving, Peterbilt 579 to 2022. I'm going to replace the stock steering wheel, and you see it's not the smart wheel, it's just the regular one, with this Steering Creations thing. It's really shiny. It comes with an adapter and a couple of different bolts, as you might probably know. It seems like it's pretty simple to do. I'm sorry, this is kind of a raw video because I'm just doing it on a whim. You can see it comes with 3 bolts or whatever, and they use a number 4 Allen wrench. And there's your adapter, and then there's I think that's the other part to it. Then the horn cover itself also comes. That gives in another package. You have to order these separately, I think. But the steering wheel, I said, came from, what was it, I-95, the Chrome Shop in Manning, South Carolina. That's where I got that from, but I had to order the adapters and stuff. So it's got with some wires and a little pretty steering wheel cover, so we're going to see how this goes. First thing I did was pop this cover up, and it just pops right up. Now, I've already done it, but I haven't taken the wires off yet. And then you see 2 wires, okay? Similar to the wires that are on the new ones, the 2 wires, so they got to plug in. Not sure which one goes where, but we're going to play along with it and figure that out. As you can see, it comes with a little retaining clip that you're going to have to pop off. So you're going to need a screwdriver or something else to get it off and pry it up, and you can get that out of the way so you can get to this this bolt here. I think this is a 1-inch. Bought a new socket, and going on a previous video that I saw that Steering Creations put out, you're going to see how that, if it's standard for this truck too. So it looks like it's just this 1-inch bolt that's got to come off, and then you can a nut, whatever's got to come off, and then you can pull it up. I don't have a steering wheel puller, so we're gonna have to do another way. So bought this at Ace this morning. It's a 1-inch socket, and it fits. All right, I got my brand new DeWalt drill with the 1-inch or with a 1/2-inch head. Boom, look at that. I could not find an impact driver to fit this, so I'm just using a standard, the chrome ones. It's a Craftsman socket head. It's deep, just to make sure. I need one anyway. I'm not sure the difference with the impact drivers, unless it's because they're stronger, but I don't think I'm going to need to worry about having the actual black one. I'm just going to use this one. We're going to see how it works. And, well, we got it. Boom. Modern technology. We're just going to set this off to the side. So, now I've just got to get it off this spline so we can do this as easy as possible. I do not have a steering wheel puller, so we're going to have to be very careful not to damage anything. Do it with my trusty 5-pound hammer from my dry van days for jamming nails in the floor. We're going to have to see. Hopefully we can be gentle. All right, so I borrowed this steering wheel puller from my local AutoZone, and I'm sitting in the parking lot trying to fix this shit. All right, so you get the pieces out. That's this H-bar here. You got these 2 bolts, right? Now, there's an assortment of bolts. The ones that I used were the first 2, and at the end of the line there. So I just have to check the thread pattern and check the, the size of the hole there. Now, after you get the cover off, you see the steering wheel's there, and you see the holes there. There's one on each side, okay? Anyway, this goes together in the H-bolt. Through the H-bolt into the hole that's down there, and then you just kind of get it started as best you can, all right? Now, be careful when you put these in. I want you to understand, because I almost screwed up. Put these in as far as they will go. And I mean, don't just go in a couple of, say that much. I went in about that far. Because when I put it in that much, it pulled this one out, and I stripped some of the metal out. So be very careful. Go in as far as you can go. All right. Once you get these in here, then you just tighten this down until this H bolt here comes up, you know, to meet those. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be tight. And then this, once it reaches the bottom down there, that little piece, once it hits that, it will pull the steering wheel up off the shaft. Try to make sure you have these two bolts evenly in, you know, so this is as level as possible. If it's leaning this or that way, it could possibly strip a bolt, and then the wheel itself won't come off the shaft as straight as possible. So just try to be very careful when you're doing that. Anyway, once this whole thing is tightened down, which you used a, in my case, a 1/2 inch, or 13 millimeter works good too, but I just use the 1/2 inch. And you tighten this down to this comes up against those, and it pulls it right off. It should. Be very careful and do it slowly. You'll probably hear a little pop when it comes up. I already got mine loose. I'm just redoing this because I forgot to record while I was doing it. So anyway, here we go. So once you get everything disassembled, put it back in the case that it came in, take it back inside the AutoZone, and get your $50 back. So now we're left with the wheel coming off because I already loosened it, as I showed you a while ago. I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to set it to the side. My toolbox on. And I'm just going to pop the steering wheel up. Let's see if I can record this, but basically it just slide right off. So we'll see. But anyway, just pull it off. And you're left with this. I was getting a little bit upset because I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was going to do. This piece here slides off. You have to pull this off to get those, to get this shit to work. Otherwise, you're screwed. So just remember that, because I was about to get upset. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to get a wrench in there to hold the nut on the back of that bolt? But anyway, take this off. It will slide off. Just make sure it goes back down, you know, in the horn hole whenever you get ready to do it. And don't forget to mark your steering wheel once you get it on there. You know, get it lined up straight, and then your steering wheel the same way as best you can. You're also going to need a number 4 Allen wrench that fits the head of those bolts for this 3-bolt Steering Creations steering wheel. And this is the 10 millimeter. You'll need that for that. When you're putting your bolts in, they do not go in like this. These go in from the bottom. The bottom holes are recessed. You can find that out after you screw up. So they'll be flat on the bottom, you know, because you need as much clearance as possible when you're making your turns. So make sure that you put the Allen wrench side on the bottom and the nut side on the top. Try to show a little bit about how you do it. Try to get them as tight as possible, you know, without breaking anything. You want to be as flush as you can get them, you know what I'm saying? Don't over tighten. You don't want to crack this expensive ass plastic chrome. Okay, so once you've got it on, you slide it on the spline. Try to make it as straight as you can, like you had your other steering wheel. Then you're going to tighten this down. I went ahead and plugged the steering wheel wire in the horn, so I'm hoping it's still going to work. And then just got to put this back on, and we're going to tighten it up. Once you tighten this bolt down, the 1-inch bolt there, it left a little too much play and the steering wheel was shaking. So I went inside the auto parts store and I found this little neoprene thing that came with this. I don't know what this is for, to be honest with you, but it's for Dodge. Well, it had a little plastic seal that went around it there on this side, I guess. Anyway, I used that, worked just fine. Now I got no gap and it's tight. So no loose shaking steering wheel. Now I'm just gonna plug this horn up and see if this shit works. And voila! Motherfucker works. And it's not shaking. So we're gonna give it a try. But anyway, I hope that helps you. Anyway, this just popped back. It just slid back into place. You had to plug the wire up that came with it, put it back in there. You're good to go. And let's see if there's any issue. There shouldn't be, because this wasn't a smart steering wheel. So hopefully everything will work out just fine. We're gonna see. Should fire right up and drive all right. But I hope that this video helps you, because I couldn't find any other videos online specifically for this steering wheel and for this truck, you know, in this sort of environment. So I hope that it works, and yep, it's doing good. So anyway, I hope this video helps anyone that's trying to place the steering wheel on, let's see, what did the box say? This says Steering Creations, fits the, what does that say? 2014 T680 and T880, T4 2014 and on, and the Peterbilt 2014 and on, 567, 579, and 587, without switches. So it's not for if you have a smart steering wheel. If you do, you have to delete it or something. But anyway, that's what it is. Steering Creations. My wife bought this for me about 4 years ago to go on my 2017 T680, but it does fit on my 2022 579 Ultra Loft. Okay, you guys have a good day, and thank you for watching.